Itchy Scratch Red Wings Report, presented by 5v5hockey.com.
What did we talk about yesterday? Play with the lead, close it down, and play responsible. The Red Wings did all that tonight. 2-1 victory over the New York Rangers. Solid jersey combos out there, both wearing their Centennial jerseys, and it looked really cool, like with the red and the blue, no white jerseys out there. Once in a while, I think it's nice to do that. So the Red Wings outshot the Rangers 42-19. They were all over the Rangers. They played a really good game. At the end of the day, we're going to break it down a little bit here, but complete game by the Red Wings, and the complete flip opposite of what happened yesterday. And when I say Jekyll and Hyde, this is kind of what I'm talking about, and we'll take it today for sure. Getting the 2 points over a team that, the New York Rangers do not score much at home at all, and they only got the 1 goal today. Breaking it down, 42 shots to 19. That's just right there. You see the offense is clicking. Had a ton of shots on the power play. I think they had 5 power play chances, shooting the puck a lot. Their first goal was on the power play. It was Alex DeBrincat from Lucas Raymond and Patrick Kane. It looked like Raymond was going to get it, but I guess it hit DeBrincat. I'm not sure on that one, but Lucas Raymond was looking good on that power play early. Getting into a tie game, Mika Zibanejad gets a power play goal. This is something where I don't understand this rule. Mo Seider gets a penalty for delay a game. The puck is not in Detroit's end. It's in between the blue lines. So it's about a foot away from the blue line. And he takes a whack at it. It goes over the glass, over the benches. And the referees confer. I think it was out of a commercial break. They came back and it was like, there's a delay of game penalty. And even Mickey Redmond and Ken Daniels had no idea the interpretation of this rule. I'm looking forward to seeing what the NHL has to say about this, because in my opinion, that shouldn't be a penalty. Because, if your feet are in this zone, it's like, when does it have to do with the feet? I thought it was the puck. Maybe it does. I don't know. Because they put the thing up on the screen on Bally Sports Detroit, and I still didn't understand it. And I don't think they did either. So I'm looking for an explanation for that one. But that's the only goal that the Rangers scored, was on the power play. Kind of a weird rebound. Zibanejad puts it home. And throughout the third period, the Red Wings were pushing. They had some power plays. They had a lot of momentum. Cam Talbot played solid, kept them in the game. And not really any crazy chances, I would say. Not like the other night where it was just all a chance after chance after chance. Detroit played defensively way better than they did, in the last few games for sure. Lucas Raymond. I kind of called him out last video that our best players need to be our best guys. Put the team on their back. Lucas Raymond scored an unbelievable goal. This guy deserves all the credit in the world for the game that he played today, and that's what we want to see all the time. Just the poise that he had coming in a game where maybe the emotions are running high, maybe the nerves are running high because of the situations that these guys are in, wrapping it around and having the wherewithal to, okay, there's no pass here. I'm just going to circle the wagons into the low slot, fake a shot, get quick down, and then just bury one top shelf. And I mean, the emotion that he had in that celebration tells you a lot. That, this is something that he wants to be, that type of player. I think he's the most gifted player they have offensively, and he's 22, 23 years old. So there's still room to grow for him, but good for him getting the game winner. And from that point on, my initial reaction was, holy shit, what a goal. Okay, defend the lead. This is what Todd McClellan's been talking about. If you guys want to know the state of the Red Wings, go on YouTube after the games and listen to what Todd McClellan has to say post-game. He is not shy about calling people out. He tells you what the issues are. It is refreshing. And yeah, there are times where it's the same game as before. And he just goes, yeah, these guys need to learn. They're professionals. And, sometimes does it boil down to coaching? Sure. But that's one thing where I think he would call himself out on that. You're not getting the old Derek Lalonde, well, I'm just give the guys a lot of credit. And it's okay, cool. But what about the problems, right? The issues that we had yesterday. Mo Seider played a lot better. Simon Edvinsson played a lot better, minus the icing at the end of the game. Could have just flipped it out. Anyway, didn't burn him. But, even Axel Sandin-Pellikka had a good game. And that was a switch too. ASP was on the top power play. Mo was on the second one. I think it worked well. I think you got to keep it. I think ASP looked really good on that top unit. Just, moving the blue line. Not to say that Mo can't do that, but just a little bit of a different look with ASP there. And I think just at the end of the game, just shutting it down in terms of the Rangers never had this unbelievable scoring chance. They had a few opportunities with the goalie pulled, but nothing where I jumped out of my seat like, oh my God, they're going to score. Obviously, with the way the Red Wings are going right now, anything can happen. But they shut the game down. They really did. And, almost got the empty netter at the end there. Appleton puts it in the empty net, and Jonathan Quick turns into the biggest little baby I've ever seen, comes storming off the bench without his helmet on. Like, at the end of the game, right? Like, I think Appleton took the shot with, a second after the horn went. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Puck did go in the net. But there was, a full bench clear. Like, every player was out on the ice. Like, even I see Igor Shesterkin out there, too, with his hat on, in a little bit of we call it a Donnybrook up here in Canada. But nothing really comes of that, but just really funny that, Jonathan Quick had to be such a sucky. You're like, oh, they win my net. Yeah, well, I mean, you see the Red Wings, what position they're in. We're putting that puck in the damn net, right? But, again, the big players stepped up. I'm firmly in Dylan Larkin's corner. He was good on faceoffs today. He had his motor going. There's a few plays that he could have scored on for sure. And, setting plays up and moving it. And, they kept their foot on the gas. They defended the league. And last thing I got to say is for everybody that, and especially in last video, I don't like doing those videos where it's negative. I want to be realistic. I want to give you guys my opinion or even just some of the facts. And the fact is that they're a young team. They're going to have games like they had yesterday. And yeah, I mean, I recorded this. It's 10 minutes after the game ended. Same thing happened yesterday. So you're getting my raw thoughts on it. And most of the time, our initial reaction to things is sometimes wrong, most likely incomplete. And looking at it, it's like, yeah, it's a long season, for sure. I think we have every right to be frustrated by losing when we had a 4-1 lead against the Buffalo Sabres of all teams. For some reason, they're they're our poison pill for some reason. But yeah, you can be frustrated about it, and I can definitely call players out that aren't playing well or doing what they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean going into the comments and saying, trade Larkin, Mo Sider sucks. It's like, yeah, he sucked yesterday. He was a lot better today. He has had way more better games than bad ones. That's how I look at it. And it's just funny to me to see some of these comments where I'm just like, who are these people that are just coming in and it's like, where are you when they win? I won't see that type of comment in this video. I'm sure that the people that watch this all the time, they'll comment, they're big Wings fans, they're going to be positive about it and be like, hey, we won the game, great, 2 points, they looked really, really good. But there's always, whenever I put out a more negative video, it just pulls all the 97.1 listeners, if you know what I mean, in there where it's just doom and gloom, fire Yzerman, McClellan sucks, Larkin's not captain material. It's all the talking points that everyone with no brain has. It's listen, we can look at these guys and go, yeah, Larkin didn't play well the one game. You can call him out on it. Be like, yeah, man, you're the captain. You got to get going. Played a lot better today. Give him his flowers. He did play a lot better. Everyone played a lot better today. And they made the adjustments they had to and got the 2 points. And moving on to the next game. So, now you just got to keep it rolling. There's still, that Eastern Conference, I even say the Atlantic Division, the Eastern Conference is so tight right now in terms of points that they all matter, right? And obviously you want that extra point from Buffalo. We didn't get it. Got the 2 points today against the Rangers. And that's a team that has a record that's very similar. Obviously, they're in the Metro Division. But, you get into a wild card chase, that might be a team you're chasing. So, taking them out today feels really good. Cam Talbot played really well as well. Do the Red Wings still have some issues to work through? For sure. Are there some guys that need to, step up and keep and get going? Yeah, and it's a lot of the young guys. And even looking at that, they're young players. But, yeah, they were all top picks. You want them to perform. And, Nate Danielson looked pretty good today. Marco Casper was banging the body. That's kind of something that if he's not going to score, at least do that. Play well defensively, get in there, have some energy, hit some guys. Emmett Finney was defensively sound today. I'm not sure if I really like the line with Finney and Kane and Comfer, but, the top line of the Brinkett, Larkin, and Raymond looked unbelievable. So I think you got to keep them together for now and just kind of until you need to make an adjustment. You just keep it like it is and keep winning games, hopefully. So until they win the next one, let's hope that they keep this going and remember that, hey, man, we can defend a lead. We can do it. And, the Rangers aren't a bad team. They're a good team. They shut them down today.